welcome to Mariel Makes. Today I'm going to be making apple cozies. I know, it's quite random, but my friend Emma of Mamalina, I'll post her link below, she's a mama blogger, asked me last year to make them for her birthday. She sent me a link. When my friends see something online that they like that's knitted or crocheted or crafted in some way, they often send me a link and ask me to make it for them. And so I didn't have a pattern, I just made them for her, and now I can't remember what the pattern was. So I got an order on Etsy to make 2 for a girl. She wants to buy her friend and herself a present so that they can both use the apple cozies to bring their apples to work without getting bruised. So I will link the Etsy link below, so if you don't want to make them but you'd like an apple cozy, you can order one. And wish me luck. This is going to be fun. I'm going to have to make the pattern up as I go along.
You will need yarn, a button, a needle that fits through the button, a crochet needle, I'm using size 6, a darning needle, scissors and an apple.
Right, so I made the apple cozy, or apple onesie as I'm now calling it, and I wrote down the pattern, which I have here, and so I'm going to try and make the next one using my pattern to make sure it works. If I can ever find the end of this piece of string. Got it, don't worry. So I'm making my chain of 26.
When I stop going back to that old room,
and now I'm going to crochet back into the 26 stitches. I'm going to go back into the single part of the stitch. So there's 3 parts to a crochet stitch. There's the front, which I was thinking for the V, and then the back part, which is just one single stitch on its own. So when I start, I generally start into the single stitch because then it leaves a really nice chain at the top, which looks quite smart and quite uniform. Now I'm in row 2 and I'm going to crochet along, and then once I get to the end I'll add 2 chains so that I can start to increase the length so that it will be able to go all the way around the apple and join the other side, leaving the space at the top for the button. Crochet into the double strand of the stitch.
when I took the paper from my dirty hands, its pieces formed a song.
So I have now increased this row 26 by 2, and I'm just continuing it.
When I stop going back.
So I now have 30 stitches, and you can see the increase of 2 on each end, and this should now fit around the apple completely. So I've just completed row 4, well, halfway. I've crocheted 30 and now I'm going to join it to the other end and continue on to the next 30 stitches. So it's now become a full circle. I'm now going to start decreasing. I've got 30 stitches. I am going to miss 1 stitch and then crochet 3 until the end of the row, and then you should have approximately 22 stitches, although in fairness, if you have 1 or 2 either way, I really wouldn't worry about it. I lost count of how many I just did. I'm going to have to undo them. 1, 2, 3. I was doing so well. Okay, miss 1. 1, 2, 3. I finished that row of decreasing, and I'm just going to do 1 row of single crochet. And now I am going to do my next row of decreasing, which is crochet 1, miss 1, crochet 2, miss 1, crochet 2, miss 1 until the end of the row. So crochet 1, and then I'm going to miss 1, crochet 2, and then miss 1. So now I'm going to miss 1 crochet all the way until I close the hole at the bottom, so that eventually this little hole in the middle will cease to exist. I can snip and pull that loop. So now I'm going to sew on my button.
Now you need to make a chain to go around your button. How long your chain is will depend on how big your button is. Try it out as you go along.
And months went by with a flash and a few saved memories. I thought I'd give it to no.
Make sure that your apple can't fall out by holding it upside down. If your apple doesn't fit in snugly, you can always do a decreasing row at the top to hold it in more snugly. Now sew in and snip off any extraneous threads.
And lay angry on the ground. Cross the line when I stop going back.
And they're done. So I'm going to package these off for the Etsy order, and I really hope that the girls who are going to use them really enjoy them.
Across the